Once upon a time, in a vibrant kingdom called Eldoria, there lived a beloved king named Larry Fash. His heart was as big as the shimmering sun, and his laughter filled the air like the sweet melodies of birds. King Larry Fash was known far and wide for his kindness, always helping his subjects with a warm smile and a gentle hand. However, despite his goodness, there was one shadow that lingered in the kingdom: the behavior of his only son, Prince Mosh. Prince Mosh was a striking figure with a mane of golden hair and eyes that sparkled like the stars. But beneath his handsome exterior lay a heart that was harsh and unkind. He treated the people of Eldoria with disdain and demanded every whim be met immediately. "Why should I regard their feelings?" he would often say. "I am a prince, and they are beneath me." The townsfolk whispered their concerns, hoping that someday the prince would learn the value of compassion. King Larry Fash watched his son with a heavy heart. He loved Mosh dearly and believed that deep within him lay the potential for greatness. One day, feeling that the time had come for a change, King Larry Fash decided to teach his son a lesson that would help him understand the importance of kindness. "Mosh," said King Larry Fash, "tomorrow we shall go on a journey through the kingdom. I want you to see the world from a different perspective. Come, let us explore together." Mosh rolled his eyes but agreed, thinking it would be another tedious day of looking at boring buildings and talking to boring people. Little did he know what his father had in store. The next morning, they set off, riding on their regal horses through the bustling streets of Eldoria. King Larry Fash greeted every villager with warmth, but Mosh merely scowled. The king, however, had a plan. They arrived at a small cottage at the edge of the village, where a kind old woman named Granny May lived. "Granny May!" King Larry Fash exclaimed. "How have you been?" "Oh, your majesty," Granny May replied, her eyes sparkling. "I've been, well, thank you, but I'm afraid I'm running low on food. I've been saving pennies to buy some seeds for my garden." Mosh scoffed at the old woman. "Seeds? How can you waste your time on such trifles when you could buy a feast instead?" But King Larry Fash knelt beside Granny May and said, "Fear not, dear lady, I shall help you." He reached into his pocket and handed her a pouch filled with golden coins. "Use this to buy all the seeds you need." Granny May's face lit up with gratitude. "Oh, thank you, dear king. You are so generous." Mosh watched in disbelief. "Father, you're wasting your money on that old lady. She should fend for herself." Ignoring his son's harsh words, King Larry Fash smiled and encouraged Mosh to join them in helping Granny May. Reluctantly, Mosh helped carry seeds and bags of soil to her garden. As they worked, something magical began to happen. Mosh noticed how the flowers began to bloom under Granny May's gentle care, their colors brightening the world around them. Next, they arrived at the town square, where children were playing and laughing. But they soon noticed a group of young boys arguing. "What's wrong?" King Larry Fash asked. "They all want to play the hero," one boy exclaimed, pointing at a small girl who had tears streaming down her face. "But no one wants to let her join." Mosh felt a strange tug at his heart. "Why don't they let her play?" he asked, though he didn't care much for the answer. "They say she's too small," the boy replied. King Larry Fash, always the peacemaker, smiled. "Let me show you how to solve this." He knelt down and said, "How about we all play together? We can make our own stories, and everyone can be a hero." The children agreed, and soon the square was filled with laughter and cheer. Mosh watched as the little girl's face lit up with joy. For the first time, he felt something warm and fluttering inside him. As the sun began to set, they returned to the castle. King Larry Fash, sensing a change in Mosh, said, "Did you enjoy our day, my son?" Mosh hesitated but then nodded. "I suppose it was not terrible." King Larry Fash chuckled. "You see, Mosh, kindness can change the world around us. It brings joy, just as it has today." Over the next weeks, Mosh began to change. He started to greet the villagers with a smile, and joined his father in assisting those in need. The people of Eldoria were amazed to see the transformation in their prince.